Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video, I'll be taking a look at all the Warhammer products available to pre-order this coming Saturday. Last week, we got all the Christmas boxes for Age of Sigmar, some other cool products for Warcry and Dungeon Bowl 2, but this week, it's the turn of Warhammer 40,000 to get the Christmas Battleforce box sets. So, really cool sets. I think there's some great opportunities here to start a new army for next year. A great way to put an army together, and really cheap too. There's 8 sets available, so we'll have a look at them individually in this video, and if you want to see exactly what's included in each box in a little bit more depth, going through points and potential costs, then check out the individual videos I've done for each box. I'll also be putting another video up tomorrow once we get those prices confirmed in the UK, because I do think the top 2 boxes, the 2 chapters for the Imperial Fist and the Raven Guard, I think they're going to be a little bit cheaper than the other 6, so we'll wait and see tomorrow. Okay, so first up is the Elimination Maniple, which I now can only say is Man-Nipple. I can't get it out of my head now, unfortunately, but this is the Adeptus Mechanicus Battleforce box set, 20 miniatures altogether. The army is led by Belisarius Cawl. You're also going to get some Castellan robots in there, the Cataphron Destroyers, and some Skitarii Vanguard models as well. Here's the video I've done already looking at the points and cost breakdown for this Adeptus Mechanicus Battleforce if you'd like to check it out. Next up is the Chainbreaker Lance, the Imperial Knights box set, 6 miniatures altogether, and this is great. This is a really good one actually if you want to get started with a knight army. I can't think of a better way to do it. This comes with the Knight Preceptor, the Armiger Helverins, and the Armiger Warglaves. You've got options to build these in different ways, and you've also got ways to put this into Chaos, so you can make the Knight Despoiler, the War Dog Executioners, and the War Dog Huntsman if you wanted to. So I think a really good way for both the Imperium and for Chaos here to start a new army, or add to your existing armies. If your army allows you to take in these, then this would be a great way to ramp those points up, and great fun too. Then there's the Thousand Sons, Court of the Crimson King. This one I was really tempted by. I really fancied giving this a go as a new army. I think it's got some really nice models included, a really good setup. You've got 20 Rubric Marines, 3 Exalted Sorcerers, which I think is a great looking set, and then you've got the main man himself, Magnus the Red, which on his own would be £95 RP, so if this box does go for 130, this is a really good value box, and a great way to start an army again. Really cool models. After seeing the points breakdown, the cost for this one, yeah, I was really tempted to go for it. I think it's a really good way to start with a Thousand Sons, a really interesting army with all the spells and magic they can do. It's just insane. And getting all of these models for around 130 RRP, up to 20% off, that's going to be brilliant. So getting it close to £100 has got to be a great offer. Here's another really great box, the Death Guard Council of the Death Lord, 20 miniatures. You get that really big Mortarion model. You're going to get 14 Plague Marines and some Blight Lord Terminators as well. So altogether, this one is pretty much, I think, on a par with the Thousand Sons ones. Another good way to start an army on the cheap, get some brilliant models, and yeah, really fun set. Add some Poxwalkers and loads of others to this, and you'd have the makings of a really fun army, I think. Now we've got Adeptus Sororitas Sanctorum Guard, 23 miniatures. Not one of my favourites for sure, but you might like this. It's going to come with the awesome Morven Val, who's just a beast to play on the tabletop. There's 6 Paragon Warsuits. I wonder if they should only have put 3 in there. Let me know what you think. And then you're also going to get the Celestian Sacrosancts and a Battle Sister squad as well. I was also really tempted by this one, the Adeptus Custodes, Watchers of the Gate, 22 miniatures. This is probably the best put together box set out of all of the ones for 40k, I think. It's got Captain General Trajan Valoris, awesome. And then it's got the 3 Virtus Praetors. You'll get 3 Alaris Custodians and 3 sets of Custodian Guard Squads. I really like the idea of just rolling lots of 2s with this army. They're super powerful, dish out a ton of punishment and can take it as well. But I didn't fancy painting a gold army. Then I saw them in black after your recommendations. So thanks if you commented with that. And then it was really tempting. But I went for the Stormcast Eternals this year for my Battle Force. So yeah, I held off this time. But yeah, very good box. Next up is the Imperial Fist Bastion Strike Force. So I think this one is going to be a cheaper box set. It's certainly a different art style. It looks very different. And I wonder if they're going to do this for all the chapters. That would be pretty interesting if they do that as the year goes into 2023 and beyond, so that would be fun. But this comes with 90 miniatures, and you're going to get Tor Garadon leading it, one of my favourite models from 40k. Looks awesome. And on top of that, you're going to get 3 aggressors, 15 heavy intercessors, and 2 Imperial Fist upgrade sprues. Now, I like the idea of heavy intercessors. I don't know if I wanted 15 though, but yeah, I think this could be quite interesting for when you play the 500 points boarding action. So I think that's been put together in a nice way for that. That'd be pretty good having 15 intercessors in that environment, or heavy intercessors, I should say. And the final Christmas Battle Force box set is the Raven Guard Raven Strike Battle Force. Another nice looking one. Don't know if it's the best one tactically, but you're going to get that brilliant K-Van Shrike. What a model. Love that one. There's a squad of Reavers in there. 3 Eliminators. Brilliant. They're really great. A Librarian and Phobos Armor. That's a nice model too. And then you're going to get those 2 tactical war suits. Whether you wanted those or not, I don't know if 2 is the right way to go. But some really nice models in there all the same. That covers all the Christmas Battle Force box sets, but Warhammer 40k is getting another sneaky little model here snuck in this week. It's the Adeptus Mechanicus Techno Archaeologist, and this was featured in Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress in the Escalation expansion. So if you wanted to get hold of this model from that set, you can get it on its own now. So this is going to be a really nice way to get hold of this model and add it to your collection. And they recommend in the article here of adding it to the Adeptus Mechanicus box set. So there we go. Nice little model and great to get it on its own. Right, now we're on to Curse City Nemesis. This is the final expansion for Warhammer Quest Curse City. I don't know about you, I'm kind of glad it's over. It really needs to just be forgotten about now, I think, and move on. Hopefully they'll come out with Warhammer Quest done properly right from the start and with no mishaps along the way. So looking forward to seeing what the future holds. Is it going to be a 40k version now as we kind of go back and forth from fantasy to 40k, and that would be interesting to see what they come up with. A great way to get hold of some fantastic models, because that's one thing you can't knock about the Curse City main box set. Those models were just brilliant, and even if you didn't play the game but just got the models and used them in your other armies, it was still a really good set. But yeah, glad it's finished. Can't wait to see what comes next. Well, this is a great week for Necromunda. There's some really cool models, actually. You've got the Escher Cutters. So here's this set. Looks like you're going to get 4 altogether in the kit as well. So different options to put those together and customize them. So they're right, aren't they? I think Necromunda gets a lot of attention and some really interesting models for it all. So if you're into Necromunda, you've got to be happy with the frequency they come out with new stuff. Then there's the Escher Tactics cards and Ash Waste dice. Can't really get a good look at these dice to comment too much, but usually these little boxes with 8 dice are done really well. So no dice rant this week. It looks like they've got away with it. These could actually be quite good, but let's wait and see and not make a decision till we actually get a good close-up look at those dice. Next up is Athera Blade of the Matriarch. This one's a Forge World model, so it's going to be a resin kit. And then you can add this one to your collection. You're going to get the 2 models there in that little set. Then you've got the Escher, Shiva, and Apprentice Clan Chymist. That's a mouthful, isn't it? These are described in the article as a pair of gang-specific resin hangers-on. And here's another resin model for Necromunda, the Gorshiv Hammerfist. And he is described as the perfect hire for any Goliath gang that wants to add yet more muscle to the roster. Now we've got some Escher Ash Wastes upgrades. You're going to get 10 head variants, 10 backpacks, and 10 flasks. So these are nice little way to customize all your gangs with some different heads there, and all different backpacks look pretty cool. And there's 3 more resin models, the Underhive Traders. These are described as haggling hangers on. You're going to get a Relic Monger, a Gunsmith, and a Beast Wrangler. These are really good. I think out of all of them, I would probably pick the Relic Monger as my favourite of the 3. Right, now we're on to this beast, the Kronos Pattern Iron Crawler. This is a hybrid plastic and resin kit. So I didn't expect that. I obviously didn't read the article when it came out recently. I didn't know it was half and half. But yes, it's based on the Cargo 8 Ridge Hauler. What a great model. This looks really awesome. You can certainly see this fitting in with Gene Stealer cults and things like that, or even as a terrain piece, why not? But yeah, great if you like playing Necromunda. You've got some really nice models and this big beast of a vehicle too to pre-order this coming Saturday. Now on to the Black Library with the first book, the Gotrek Gurnison Collection. And this is a roundup of all of Darius Hink's stories of Gotrek in the Mortal Realms. There's a bonus never-before-seen story included apparently called The Crown of Karak Khazar. It doesn't say how many this is limited to or anything like that, so I have to wait for more information. But yeah, it looks like one of the fancy special editions. Then there's 12 Tales of Christmas. This is an eShorts subscription. You can get 12 all together, and these are going to be released every other day from the 2nd of December until the 24th of December. Next is Hammers of Sigmar First Forged by Richard Strachan. This is available in hardback, ebook and audiobook versions. Then there's Heirs of the Emperor, an anthology. This is available in hardback and ebook formats. Then we've got some audiobooks, Gods of Mars, Orcslayer and Rin's World. And so they're all written by Graham McNeil, Nathan Long and Steve Parker. Then Mortarion. And this is going to be now available in German. So this is great. And you can get that as what looks like a hardback and an EPUB. If you're into Warhammer Plus on Wednesday, there's a Warcry Battle Court. Really cool to see lots of attention for Warcry. Lawmasters looks at Astra Militarum regiments and some more additions into the Warhammer Vault. There we go, that sums up all the Warhammer 40k Christmas Battle Force boxes and everything else available to pre-order this coming Saturday. Some really nice products there. I think if you're into starting a new army for 2023, this is a great way to do it. There's some really good box sets here. Some aren't as good as others, obviously, but you know, on some of them, like the Knights and the Custodes, the Thousand Sons, and the Death Guard, I don't think you can go wrong. I think they're really well put together and a brilliant way to start playing. And if you haven't even played the game before, this would be a really good entry into it. But I'd love to hear what you think, so let me know in the comments section below. It'd be great to hear which ones you'll be picking up this year. And if you're looking out for any of the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Battle Force box sets, they're available to pre-order now already, so that's really great. So if you want to go and get those, please consider checking out Firestorm Games, and if you do, I'll put a link in the description down below that will take you to their website. Enter this code they've given me to share with you and you'll save an additional 5% on top of their already great savings, which are up to 20%. So you're going to save a lot of money on that Battle Force box set by doing it that way. It'd be awesome if you check it out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks so much for watching. If you did like it, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too to join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.